Hey guys, it's Wayne again from overhyped. Today I will not be talking to you guys about home tour, but today I'll be talking about this upcoming project called Penrith. So Penrith, it is actually the last plot of land that is going to be launched near Queenstown MRT station. And do you know what is interesting? The last launch in this area was actually 2018. Now the question is, how will the market react to this pent-up demand? And here's also another question. With the prices expected to be around 2.6k, 2.8k or even 3k PSF, is it even still worth it? Is it even safe? Or should we actually be considering the surrounding resale properties? And that is exactly why I am here today. But before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on my IG and TikTok for weekly property insights. Okay, so Penrith. It is actually a 99-year-old leasehold project jointly developed by reputable developers such as Guaco Land and Hong Leong. It comes with 462 units across two 40-story towers with a unit mix focusing on 2, 3 and 4 bedroom units. Realize something? There are no one-bedders. And that is important. It prevents investor-driven price dilution and keeps the focus on families and genuine homeowners. Or in other words, natural demand. Penrith also includes an early childhood development center, something as a parent of 3 can be very useful when you are staying in this development. And here's a key point. Penrith is actually the first GFA harmonized project in Queenstown area. What does that actually mean? That means layouts now are more aligned with URA vision and also the new generation of buyers, which forms one factor of your exit plan. With this, you can expect layouts to be more efficient, livability and the needs of buyers are prioritized here. And buyers aren't paying for wasted space such as oversized balconies or AC ledges. With factors like AC ledges not included in the sizing, the unit sizes will definitely look smaller on paper. But the harmonization will also result in the quantum being kept affordable. In the past, it was 1,000 square feet, but now it could be 950, 900 square feet because the aircon ledge is not included. Which is why harmonization will also result in the quantum being kept affordable while still giving you usable space. In fact, in today's market, you are seeing the quantum that is very similar to 2 years ago. 2 years ago, hey guys, isn't that worth it? Right, so I think that's definitely one thing that we should also put into consideration while choosing a next property. Anyway, so Penrith will also include a basement car park, 2 levels of multi-story car park, bicycle lots and also full condo facilities. And my personal favorite, it is also just a 4 to 5 minute sheltered walkway to Queenstown MRT station. A convenience that many will appreciate. As a parent of 3, I feel this is a very safe feature that many parents will actually appreciate as well. And did you know the Penrith site along Margaret Drive will actually become a cul-de-sac, and it is also located away from the noisy main road and also not directly beside the MRT station. What does that mean? And that means traffic noises will definitely be reduced, enhancing privacy for residents. And guys, guess what? Within 1 km of Penrith, how many projects do you think there are? 50? 60? No. We have a very limited supply of just 10 other developments within 1 km of Penrith. And with limited supply and strong demand, you can definitely see the growth potential. You can actually see it in the surrounding resale property. An example, for the past 2 years, Queen's Peak had 92 sales volume and 511 rental volume, and Commonwealth Tower had actually 86 sales volume and 628 rental volume. That is a lot, I guess, just within 2 years. And that is why Queenstown has historically shown strong growth. Now, let's talk about Queenstown master plan and rejuvenation. Let's zoom out. Queenstown was actually Singapore's first satellite town back in the 1950s. You born ready? I haven't born because I 今年18岁. And today, it is actually going through a major transformation under the remaking of our Heartland program. One of the key highlights is Tanglin Halt rejuvenation, set to bring 5,500 to 6,000 new homes by 2030. Queenstown has also been designated as Singapore's first health district, focusing on integrated preventive healthcare, wellness trails, dementia-friendly features in the new housing and community wellness hubs. connectivity will also definitely improve, guys, with new parks, therapeutic gardens, and an expanded Alexandra Queensway Park connector. So, while Penrith itself is a new launch in a mature estate, it is actually sitting in the middle of a town that is rejuvenating for the next generation. Before we compare with the next surrounding developments, you are obviously serious in understanding about this development and the property market. Again, do me a favor, guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my IG and TikTok for weekly property insights. Alright, now let's compare Penrith with its neighbours. We've got Commonwealth Towers, we've got Queen's Peak, we've got Sterling Residences. The older projects definitely have their flaws, such as Commonwealth Towers 4-bedders. Some of them actually had balconies that's up to the size of living rooms. Queen's Peak had open kitchenette, curved balconies that wasted space. These layouts inefficiencies dragged down the long-term appeal, but then came Sterling Residences. Bigger landscaping, stronger layouts, and efficient space. It is no surprise guys, it is no surprise that Sterling Residences showed its strong profitability. Why? Because of layout efficiency drives demand. And how do we meet demand? If only the needs are met. Correct ma? We have a house is to stay. We have a house, it must be livable, and our needs are met. Correct? Alright. So, in fact, this is the importance of needs. In order to meet the needs of buyers, after 2019, the GFA policy kept the number of units to be built in this equation. GFA divided by 85 square meter. This actually helped to improve unit distribution that meets the needs of buyers and stop developers from flooding the projects with small units and force them to prioritize livability. Still doubtful about this? Here's the data. Commonwealth Towers overall grew by 30.7%, while Queen's Peak actually grew by 34.5%. But let me show you the importance of layout. When we look at the 3-bedder, you can see how Commonwealth Tower grew by 49.6%, while Queen's Peak actually grew by 38.3%. And take note of this, Commonwealth Tower is actually older, yet it outperformed because of reasons such as not having a private lift and having enclosed kitchen, yard spaces, and practical layouts that caters to the real natural demand of this area. And that is why Penrith's GFA harmonized layouts are such a big deal. They position it to capture the strong resale demand in the future. So, what do you think about the demand in Queenstown area? I can tell you, the demand in Queenstown is already strong. The bottom baseline, you know what? The bottom baseline, which are the HDB, is already very strong, guys. $1 million HDBs are already a norm in this area. In fact, guys, Sky Terrace at Dawson sold for 1.658 million, a new national record for a 5-room HDB in Singapore. 1.658 million, guys. Can even buy a condo with this price. So naturally, the upgrader pool is one of the natural demand drivers for condos like Penrith in this area. And let's not forget about the tenant base. Professionals from One North, NUH, NUS, Mapletree Business City, and of course the CBD. Now let's talk about the pricing. What are we actually comparing with? What is happening in the property market? What are buyers actually buying now and what will they buy in the future? I'm sure by now you guys have heard River Green launched in August 2025 at an average of 3130 PSF and sold at 88% in the first weekend, guys. Even in the OCR region, Bayshore and Lorong Chuan sites were sold with a land cost of 1388 PSF PPR and 1376 PSF PPR respectively. This itself, we can already expect the launch prices to be above 2800 PSF. Let that sink in, guys. At Bayshore area, in Lorong Chuan area, 2008 PSF. This is what we are expecting. We must definitely make use of these, guys. But for this case, not near MRT station, they are already transacting or they are already launching at 2006 and 2008 PSF. So now my question to you. So if Penrith, a city fringe project that is located with a wide range of amenities and with a sheltered walkway to MRT station, and if they launch at 2006, 2008 or even 3K PSF, and also with efficient layouts for the current and future buyers, how do you think the pricing is like? For me, I think that looks like a very defensible entry point. On top of these, guys, from the macro perspective, do you know interest rates are already easing? You might not realize this, but MAS SORA has dropped from 1.61% in the mid-August to actually now about 1.31%. This is also another leading indicator that we are actually at a turning point. So here's what it means for buyers. Lower rates means higher affordability and lower risk. Again, how will buyer react to this? Strong demand and limited supply, what is going to happen to the price? And development charges have actually gone up by more than 10%, which means future launches could only be more expensive. Again, how can we actually leverage on that? Right, so today's launches, including Penrith, are still packed to the older land cost, and that's what makes them safe entries and the capability to leverage on today's market. Alright, now let's break down on the site plan and also the unit choosing strategy. Penrith actually has a land that is a regular shape but it's not large. Right, south-facing units towards MRT station and Strathmore HDBs. So one thing we need to take note is we will be permanently blocked by a 40-story HDB, which in a way could be your iron curtain. Right, so if you buy this facing, I will recommend to go for lower floors to keep the quantum tight, or if you are going for higher quantum, I will recommend might as well choose an internal facing units for a view of the condo facilities, which will be permanent. North-facing units towards the Botanic Gardens greenery may also eventually be blocked. Adjacent land is actually zoned for residential up to 26 stories. So, to secure a permanent greenery view, you might want to go for level 27 or even higher. Of course, if you want unblocked view, the higher, the better, the safer lah. Alternatively, internal facing units again will give you a safe, permanent view of the condo's own landscaping. And look at the pictures, guys. It is very, very nice. And finally, please be mindful of floor premiums, because in Commonwealth Towers in the same area, some of the buyers actually overpaid for high floors, resulting in huge gap too far from the lower floors, only to see limited profit upside, and that is definitely not what I want to see for my viewers. So please don't repeat the same mistake. Alright, so now let's talk about the exit strategy. Buying is one thing, but selling after 5 to 10 years is another thing, guys. So 要做功课, guys. Anyway, so on top of all the things that we spoke about, another thing to take note is by the time when Penrith TOPs, do you know surrounding projects like Commonwealth Towers and Queen's Peak will be more than 10 years old? Meaning to say Penrith will definitely have this natural age advantage, and the demand in this area is already proven. Again, Queen's Peak within the past 2 years have 92 resales volume, 511 rental volume, Commonwealth Tower 86 sales volume and 628 rental volume. With this itself, you can already see there's a strong sales and rental demand. And here's a quick story. My client actually told me during the Sterling's launch at time, he was actually thinking, hey, the prices might be a bit too high. And 2 years later, when they are back into the market, actually the prices have already increased more than 300 PSF. And guys, this is the danger of waiting in the property market. Many buyers will get priced out without even realizing it. And this is very, very real on my day-to-day basis when I talk to my clients. So guys, 要做功课, then we know whether it is a good time to enter or not enter based on your wants and needs. Okay, and the thing is, there are no 十全十美 property one. There are no project that is perfect. So let's look at both sides. Why I will buy Penrith? Number one, it is a large residential plot that is very near the MRT station. And number two, what I like is a GFA harmonized layout, meaning to say efficient and livable layouts, and strong upgrader pool and rental demand, Queenstown rejuvenation and health district uplift. Now, why I wouldn't buy Penrith? No popular schools within 1 km. And the views of both north and south, there are definitely risk of it being blocked. Smaller land plots, so facilities generally wouldn't match the mega projects, and there are definitely still some buyers out there generally like old school layouts such as with large balconies. But again, the question is, will the new generation of buyers be able to accept this? Alright, so wrap up, I would say Penrith definitely marks the iconic start of the change in Queenstown. It is the first launch since 2018. It offers efficiency, MRT convenience, good quality, and also a strong exit strategy. All in all at an entry point that is still supported by today's entry market, or at an entry point that is still supported in today's entry price, and also with today's lower land cost. Anyway guys, the preview starts from 3rd to 14th October, 10 AM to 7 PM daily. The official launch is actually on 18 October 2025. Appointment slots are limited, but definitely for you guys, I can definitely get a slot for you guys. But do take note, everyone's situation is different. Penrith might or might not be the one for you. That is why I'm actually offering this empowerment session. I'll be talking about the macro and micro insights of the property market, and also during our meetup, I'm also there to understand your goals, your needs, and so I can help you navigate through the property market in a way that aligns with your lifestyle and investment objectives. For a more personalized floor plan analysis or to explore whether if Penrith is the right one for you, please reach out to me at 8926-3162. Once again, my name is Wayne Cole from HopHive, and I'm always looking forward to value add to your property journey. And before you click the next video, please don't forget, follow me on the IG, TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly property insights. I will see you guys in my next video.